We don't need no education.
Free expression and free choice. Every student has a right to them. The school intentionally and perhaps unintentionally manipulates the right through strict uniform for reasons that don't seem to meet ends, such as it allows us all equality, while one clique of children to the next may beg to differ. Although the uniform is our main focus, we touch other topics including general rule in our school and limitations of choice at lunchtime. To make everything healthier in what most students I have spoken to presume to be a particularly inexpensive way, they simply eliminated crisps, chocolate chip cookies, and a number of other favorite items and crammed dried fruits into everything else. With strict rules on some things as personal as socks and hair, oppression at our school is getting out of hand.
I'm all for individuality, definitely. Everyone's an individual, everyone's got their own likes and dislikes and things. But in a society as we are, where there's 1,300 people, there have to be some sort of rules and there has to be some sort of consistency and some sort of expectations. So I'm all for individuality within reason. If there was too much freedom, then it would end up just as a free-for-all. People would start taking too many advantages, pushing the line further and further and further. So I do believe that there is a need for rules and a need for some sort of consistency.
Well, I think the uniform impedes it quite a lot because you can't really express. One of the main sort of focuses of individuality is through the clothes you wear, but the uniform means you can't really.
To get a clearer picture of the issue, we decided to go to the man who knows our school's restrictions better than anyone else.
Well, there isn't much in free expression, I admit, and from an appearance point of view, it's pretty free expression in terms of political views, in terms of social views, in terms of religious views. I think all that aspect of free expression exists for students and indeed is encouraged, providing it's not at the cost of other groups within the school.
With the development among these children in mind, many feel free expression and choice is vital in this period of time. To name perhaps an extreme example, how would you react to a boy, a young transvestite, hoping to explore his individuality and wear a girl's uniform?
Girls will be boys and boys will be girls. It's a mixed up melted up sugar world.
We attempt to get inside the head of a possible transvestite through a role-play session with one of the drama GCSE students at our school.
Some people call it a condition, some people call it a disease. I think it's just something people do, you know. Transvestitism is when people of one gender dress up as people of another gender. My mother always wanted a daughter, and so, you know, she started dressing me in dresses and another female clothing until I was about 10. But by then, you know, I'd already got a flavour for it, and so I just carried on. The uniform code states that for girls, the uniform is skirt and tights, and of course, you know, I can't wear a skirt or tights because I'm not a girl. Lots of people can't really understand why I do what I do. I suppose at some points, you know, I can't understand. It feels right. I do come under a lot of flack for dressing up, but it's so normal to me, you know. I mean, some little boys dress up as soldiers. How much stuff has a girl, you know. It's just how it goes.
I have no problem whatsoever in somebody presenting themselves as a transvestite, and I would support that person or any other type of person's predilection were it reasonable, and I'd support and help them in that respect. I think it has to be acknowledged that in my experience of 30 odd years with children can be very cruel and unkind, and I think that most children don't possess that ability to emotionally and psychologically and educationally grasp people's differences. So for example, if this boy were to come dressed in female attire, I think he would be subject to an awful lot of possible oppression, ridicule, aggression, which wouldn't help him at all. So I think what I would say is no to his request, but for his benefit, but to somehow help him and counsel him so that he is able to do, to follow those desires, interests in more appropriate times, in more appropriate places.
Stop.
We say we want more individuality, yet any time one of us tries to express it, we tear them to shreds. We understand that individuality only gets you so far in life, in the real world, and our school encourages us to realize this. However, we are only children, and we don't know who we are any way you cut it. It is simple and easy for some adults to say that because they know who they are. Individuality is important to discover, and without the strong support of a school where most students are spending the majority of their time, we wonder if our school is doing more harm than good. Yes, this is just a school, a place where you wouldn't expect to be doing backhand springs or other nonsense in every school corridor. But the fact is, students in school are refusing to compromise simply because a tie, a draw if you will, seems like a failure, and in this world it is all or nothing.